So thanks ever so much for being involved. And I'm conscious that Rachel has hardly done any language learning ever, which is totally brilliant.
Wow.
And I think Ben has done a bit more in his time. And the key point that arises from this, is fundamental to the whole course, is that it's my responsibility that you learn Icelandic. You don't have to try and remember stuff. You don't have to kind of exert your brain. It's my job to make sure that stuff sticks. And I'm not saying that you have no role in this process, but the responsibility is all on me. And so you don't have to worry about anything. And I got this approach from a bloke called Michel Thomas, now dead, who was a very interesting guy, but to cut a long story short, he wound up teaching languages in America after the war. And he has this approach where all the learning is oral, i.e. from the mouth, or aural, into the ear. There's no writing involved. And when I kind of first came to this, I sort of studied French through his course, which is just a bunch of tapes or CDs or whatever. And I was like, I'm a philologist. How can I be expected to learn a language without seeing things written down? This is ridiculous. And for some people it is ridiculous. So different things work better for different people. And the students who will be at the sharp end of this eventually will get lots of written resources that they can play with if they want. But I just invite you both to embrace the prospect of learning Icelandic without seeing any writing and without doing any writing. And in a way it's the way that humans were designed to learn languages. So let's start just by learning the Icelandic word for I, which is ye. Okay, which is, well, I'll say it again, ye. It's got a little y on the end. Do you want to just try saying ye?
Yay.
Yeah. Yao is the Icelandic for yes, so I kind of say that accidentally sometimes. But yay.
Yay.
Excellent. And do you want to say yay?
Yay.
Yay. Yao.
Yay.
Yep, exactly. That's brilliant. So you can now say I, and we might as well learn the word for am, which is which is but with this kind of cat purring, which you may or may not be able to do, I don't know, but Oh, that was nice. Do you want to say it again? Yeah, at the moment it's a bit kind of back in your throat, so you're kind of like a bit like in German or French. It's more Yeah, so you may not be able to roll your tongue. Yeah, can you do that? Oh, yeah. But then you do it like you're a cat purring, so rather than going you go yeah, that's it. Yeah, that is lovely. So to say I am, you say...
I can't remember.
No, that's okay. And you don't have to kind of remember stuff, but just sort of step back a moment and just think about I in Icelandic.
Yay?
Yeah, yay.
Yay.
Yeah, yay, Brilliant.
Yay,
Yeah, excellent. I keep saying yow. I don't really mean to keep switching into Icelandic, but I sort of hear Icelandic and it makes me say yow. But at least you'll have learnt the word for yes now. You might as well say it now, Rachel.
Yow.
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 That's it?
Yow.
Brilliant. And so we can now do our first sentence in Icelandic. I can say ég Alaric, and you could say
Ég Ben.
Yow. Or
Ég Rachel.
Yep, exactly. And I should confess that in Icelandic, this is not the normal way to say I am called Alaric or Ben or Rachel. That was actually kind of existential statement. Sort of I, Alaric, am. I exist. But it is your first Icelandic sentence, so brilliant. We might as well learn another Icelandic word that will be a slightly more plausible sentence, which would be the word for here, which is hér. Hér.
Hér.
Yeah.
Hér.
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 Exactly. So do you want to say I am here, Ben?
Ég hér.
Ég hér. Exactly. Do you want to try that?
Ég hér.
Yeah. Ég hér. We might as well just kind of expand the range of people we can talk about in Icelandic before we go on very much further. And we could learn the word for you, which is þú. Let's try saying þú. Yeah.
Þú.
Þú. Yeah, you don't have to... I guess I'm trying to enunciate my Icelandic very carefully, but þú.
Þú.
Yeah, that's it. Lovely. And I don't know if you can think of an English word that is related to that. It's fair enough if not.
Sort of like thou.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, as you may or may not know already, there's loads of stuff in Icelandic that is similar to English because they have the same ancestor. And there's a lot of stuff in Icelandic that's similar to earlier forms of English. So, if you kind of get your Shakespeare head on, sometimes it's quite helpful. So, yeah, þú is you. And if you want to say you are, the word for are is ert.
Ert.
Yeah, if you want to say you are,
Þú ert.
that's it. And do you want to say you are here?
I can't remember here now.
It's okay, and you don't have to remember it. You just sort of sit back and think about the word here in Icelandic. Anything coming to mind?
No.
That's totally okay. No worries. When you hear it, you'll be like, oh yeah. Do you want to have you are here, Ben?
I think I remember. Þú ert hér.
Yeah. Þú ert hér. Is that ringing a bell? Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Þú ert hér.
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 Yeah. And actually, it's useful that you're having. I mean, it's easy to get these jumbled up. Sort of ert, and then hér, and you sort of said ert hért. You know, and I find Icelandic a bit of a tongue twister, and sometimes I do jumble up my sounds. But þú ert hér. Brilliant. So hopefully that sunk in all right. And again, þú ert is like thou art in Shakespearean English. So hopefully that gives you the words he and she as well. We might as well get them in place. So the word for he is han. Han.
Han.
Yeah. Oh, and we might as well put in the word for is, which is again. So it's just the same as ég You can say
Yeah.
you can say han
Han
Yeah. Do you want to say he is here?
Han hér.
Yeah. Han here. Brilliant. Do you want to try that, Rachel?
Han ert hér.
Oh, okay, close. That was really good. So han here.
Han hér.
That's it. Whereas it would be þú ert here.
Þú ert hér.
Exactly. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
All right. Brilliant. And I'm getting bored of here. So let's learn the word for there, which is thar. Thar. Sounds a little bit like there, hopefully. So do you want to say he is there?
Han
Han.
þar.
Yeah. Han thar. Brilliant. And let's learn the word for she, which is hún.
Hún.
That's it. Lovely. It's really good. So do you want to say just she is?
Hún
And then do you want to say she is there?
Hún ert. I'm lost again.
That's okay.
Dropped it.
So again, just sort of, you don't have to kind of try and remember, but if you just kind of think through the word there in Icelandic, any bells ringing, it's okay if not, don't worry.
Oh, vaguely.
Oh.
Thar.
Yeah, really good. Thar.
Thar.
Yeah, brilliant. So you know you've got to remember the word she. She is there.
Who thar?
Yeah, hún þar.
Hún thar?
Yeah, excellent. And let's just check we can remember he is here.
Han hér.
Yeah, han here.
Hér.
Exactly.
Hér.
Brilliant. I should say at this point that, I mean, my accent in Icelandic isn't perfect. On these MP3s I make a particular effort to do a decent job. But the key thing is that you just have a good enough accent that people will reply to you in Icelandic rather than going, what is this crazy foreigner saying? So, you know, maybe one day you'll get a perfect accent in Icelandic, but that's not the main concern. It's just about being good enough to get over that threshold and get people talking to you. So you might pick up a few kind of English traits from me, but han here, learn the word for it as well, because then we've got a kind of nice package. The word for it in Icelandic is the same as the word for that, and it's það. Það.
Það?
Yeah. Do you want to say it is here?
Ert það hjört.
Oh, okay, really close and really good. So the order of the words would just be the same as in English. So it is here. Do you want to just do...
I'm mixing up it and is now.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so the word for it is also the same as the word for that. And it sounds, well, maybe a little bit like that, depending on how imaginative you are. No?
No.
Totally okay.
Gone.
So the word for that is það.
Það
Okay. Yeah. And then the word for is yeah. Það and the word for here is
hjört.
close, really close. Hér.
Hjört.
Yeah. So at the moment you're putting t on the end of lots of stuff. And I'm not quite sure why. It might just be because of this funny thing. So yeah. Það hér.
Það hér.
Hér. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
exactly it. That's brilliant. Really good. So yeah, T's will get around on the ends of lots of words in Icelandic, and as I say, it's a bit of a tongue twister. So we've got a nice set of words now, and so what I'll start doing is introducing some other vocabulary, and it's completely okay if those words that we've already learnt kind of evaporate from your brains, because we'll keep coming back to this and we'll just keep going over it again. But we'll start to use some verbs so that we can actually kind of do some stuff apart from just being in our sentence. And this is a construction that takes just a little bit of work, but once you've got it, it's just very useful. You can do a lot with it. So we're going to learn how to say I am somethinging, I am doing, I am travelling, that kind of thing. And in English, we put the ing on the end of a word, right? I am travel-ing. In Icelandic, they don't have an ing on the end. They put a little word in front instead to say this is going to be an ing kind of situation. And they use the word as. Just as. As. Do you just want to do an as?
As.
That's it, as.
As.
Yeah. And it's really hard to translate into English. This word turns up in lots of different contexts. It's related to the word at in English. So once upon a time, this is a bit like saying I am at travel. Right? It's a bit like saying I'm travelling. But really you just need to remember this little syllable as. And we might as well learn the word for travel. It's fara. Fara. Do you want to try saying?
Fara.
Yeah, fara. Do you want to have a go?
Fara.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Really good R there as well. Yeah, I don't know if there's any English words that reminds you of for travelling.
Fair, I don't know, like, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like thoroughfare.
Oh, like a thoroughfare?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Or a railway fare.
Yeah.
Or wayfarers.
Yeah.
Cool. So fara is the verb to travel or to go if you're not walking. It's kind of to go in a car or something like that. So we'll try putting this together and say I am travelling. You just do I am, and then you have this little as, and then you have your verb, fara. So do you want to just try I am travelling?
I can't remember I.
It's okay.
A? No.
Yay.
Yay.
Really good.
Ég að fara.
Já, ég að fara. Brilliant. Do you want to just try the same thing?
Ég að fara.
Já, ég að fara. Totally fantastic. And you might say to Ben, you are travelling.
Might. I can't remember you. No.
It's okay. And so if you just think about how you works in Icelandic, you don't have to remember it as such, but can you remember any bits? I say remember, or can you remember anything that it's related to in English?
Thou?
Yeah, it's related to thou. Brilliant. I don't know if that jogs the Icelandic word into your mind.
Thar?
Close. Þú.
Thu.
Yeah? Is that alright?
Yeah. So, þú
So It's
This
right, don't
little
worry.
thing.
Little word,
Um,
exactly.
No, lost.
That's all right. And there's no easy way to remember that, so you'll just have to practice it, and eventually it will just happen. And I say you'll have to practice it. I'll have to practice it, and eventually you'll know. So thu ert, and it's got that t on the end, just like thou art. Thu ert að.
Að fara.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to try saying the whole thing?
Þú ert að fara.
Þú ert að fara. Yeah,
Þú ert að fara.
exactly. That's beautiful. That's sounding really good. Okay, so maybe Ben could say that she is travelling.
Hún.
Hún. Exactly.
Hún.
Really good.
Hún að fara.
Oh, hún að fara. So she is travelling. And we could maybe try he is travelling.
Hann ert að fara.
Really close and really good. So han, totally. So it's þú ert, hann
Okay.
Hann að.
Að fara.
Yeah, exactly. Can I say it all?
Hann að
So we'll try some new verbs. And we could try the verb to say, which is segja. Segja. And just to make it a bit more interesting, we might as well have he is saying it. So do you want to try he is saying it?
Hann að segja.
Segja.
And I can't remember it.
That's okay. The word for it is in Icelandic is the same as the word for that, and it sounds a little bit like that.
Þér.
Oh, it started very well. So it was good.
Þeirra.
Oh no, though that is a word in Icelandic. We'll come on to it eventually. Það.
Það.
Yep. So it's got a th at the beginning. We've got a th at the beginning of that, but yeah, það. So he is saying that, or he is saying it.
No. Hann að segja
Segja.
það.
Já, hann að segja það.
Hann segja að segja það.
Yeah, I know, there's a lot of little bits to sort out, but it was going really well. Do you want to just say it again?
Hann að segja það.
Það. Hann að segja það. Yeah.
Hann að segja það.
Beautiful. That was really good. And it is a tongue twister. You know, you just once your tongue has done those movements a few times. We could maybe have the verb to find. Find is a good one, which is finna.
Finna.
Yeah. Say the N for a little bit longer. Finna.
Finna.
That's it. Really good. Would you like to try saying just she is finding?
Hún.
Hún. Really good. That was really good.
Hún að finna.
Yeah. That was totally brilliant. And your as was perfect as well. Hún að finna. Do you want to say she is finding it?
Hún að finna það.
Það. Yeah.
Það.
Yeah, exactly. Hún að finna það. What about she is finding it here?
Hún að finna það hér.
Já, hún að finna það hér. Excellent. That's really
That
good.
sounds easier when you say it like that.
Yeah. I know. And
No, like with the rhythm. I don't know.
Yeah, when you're starting it,
Yeah.
you sort of tend to do it one word at a time. Hún að finna það hér.
Hún að finna það hér. maybe not.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe not easy.
Well, and when I'm speaking fast, I sort of struggle to kind of get all of those sounds in. In fact, when I started learning Icelandic, it was back when we had tapes, and you put the tape on, and you kind of look at the sentence in the book, and I was like, I swear they're not saying all the sounds in that sentence. And I listened to it again, I was like, they're totally not. And I slowed it down, which took effort in the days of tapes. I slowed it down, and I was like, damn it, they are saying all the sounds. No rush. That's completely okay. Great. So, do you want to just say I am saying, just to make sure we've got that?
Jeg að segja.
Bring some more kind of people into our sentences so that we can do some more stuff. We'll learn the word for we now. And the word for we is við. Við.
Við?
Við, yeah.
Við.
Exactly. And it's not very much like the word for we, but something that will be kind of useful throughout this course is knowing that the sound v in Icelandic often corresponds to the sound w in English. So through rather kind of distant connections, við and we are actually related. So við. And if you want to say we are, you say við erum. Við erum. So would you like to try saying we are here?
Við erum here.
Here. Really good. Do you want to say it again?
Við erum here.
Yeah, við erum here. And Ben might like to try saying we are speaking Icelandic.
Thanks. Við erum að tala Íslensku.
Yeah.
Íslensku. No.
It's not a sh, but yeah.
Íslensku.
Íslensku. Yeah, við erum að tala íslensku. Really good. Do you want to say it back?
Við erum að tala Íslensku.
Yeah, við erum að tala íslensku. And we could maybe say we are finding it.
Við erum að finna that. Yeah, you were really, really close, which is brilliant. And I think maybe a sound dropped off the end of erum. So við erum. Við erum.
Exactly.
Að finna that.
Það.
That's
all right. It will sink in. Við erum að finna það. Do you want to just say it is here?
Við here.
Okay, so one way or another, eventually það will start to stick. So you said we is here. You said við here. So the word for it is or that, same word.
Það.
So it is here would be
Það here.
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 Yeah, það here. So we could maybe say we are travelling.
Við erum að fara.
Yeah, við erum að fara. Great.
Fara.
Yeah. No, it sounded really good. I always say it back because it helps the people at the other end of the MP3 recorder get used to it. This is not necessarily me correcting you.
Let's
add in that case the word to speak, which is a cool word, and is tala. Tala. Yeah. Any English words that this kind of reminds you of that might give you a hook to hang it on?
Talk.
Oh, talk.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Tattle.
Tattle, no less. Fantastic. Tell might be an option as well. So tala. Maybe Rachel, you could say you are talking.
That.
As-
There.
That was promising. So thar is there, and you were probably thinking of thu.
Þú. Þú ert. Tal.
Just tala.
Tala.
Thu ert að tala. Yeah. Do you want to say that back?
Þú ert að tala.
Yeah. Thu ert að tala. Totally great. Virtually all infinitive verbs, which is verbs in their kind of normal, non-messed around with form in Icelandic, end in a. So we've had segja, fara, tala, finna. So they're all going to end in that a sound. Þú ert að tala. And although we'll come on to the grammar of this later, we might as well put in the word for Icelandic so that you can say something meaningful. And in this sentence, it's going to be Þú ert að tala íslensku. Íslensku.
Íslensku.
Yeah. Do you want to try saying he is speaking Icelandic or talking Icelandic?
Hann að tala íslensku.
Close, except the stress is on at the beginning of íslensku.
Íslensku.
Exactly.
Íslensku.
Yep. Hann að tala íslensku.